Hey everybody, this is Dan from Pixie. I'm really excited to share a demo with you today of our new user experience which brings Pixie to the command line environment. So this is something that's going to allow developers to try out Pixie before installing our GitHub application so that you can see in your local environment what we are capable of doing to fix and harden your code. After you do that, you might be interested in installing our GitHub application, which is what's going to provide feedback in the terms of automated pull requests to your GitHub repository. So with that, let's just jump right in. I'll show you how to install this and get started. We support Mac OS right now via Homebrew. So to begin with, you need to add our tap by saying brew tap pixie/pixie. That's going to get you set up to be able to install the Pixie command line. And then you can say brew install Pixie. And what that's going to do is it's going to go ahead and install our command line interface. It also installs our two CodeModder frameworks for both Java and Python. That's what provides the ability to fix your projects that are implemented in Java and Python code. All right, so we can see that installed successfully. And that gives me this top-level Pixie command with some background and some links you might be interested in. Today we're going to talk about these two commands mentioned down here. We're going to talk about fix and also about explain. And triage is something we'll save for another demo, hopefully soon. So I want to fix a project. I'll go ahead and show you Pixie Fix, the help menu, just so you see some of the options. But I have a Git clone of a project called PyGoat, which is a deliberately vulnerable web application written in Python. And I'm going to run Pixie on this project to not only find the problems with this code, but to go ahead and fix them as well. So I can run Pixie Fix here without any options at all, just as a very easy way to get started for first-time use. You can see it's going to ask for the path to the project to fix. I happen to know this is in my home directory. I can go ahead and complete that path there. And this is going to go ahead and start applying our full set of 31 Python code mods to this project. It's going to take a couple of seconds. Not all of these code mods are going to apply to this particular project. Just like with your own code, you're not going to have all 31 of these issues or problems probably in your own code. But for the ones that do apply, we're going to go ahead and find and fix those issues. You can see here we're telling you we're not going to write these changes to disk right now without explicitly providing the apply fixes option. But in just a second, you'll see here that we do get a summary of all of the issues that were fixed in this particular PyGoat project. So you can see we found and fixed the following 8 issues. In this column, we have the code mod ID or name, which is just a way of referring to these particular fixes we apply. And then we also have kind of human readable or understandable summaries here, which give a very short description of the change that occurred. And over here in this column, you can see we talk about the number of files that were actually changed by each of these code mods. So a lot of times I actually want to see a bit more detail than this about the fixes that were applied. So I can run this pixie explain command, which again is going to provide a summary of the changes made here, but it's also going to give me this interactive menu where I can select one of these code mods and get more information about what occurred. So I'd actually like to see what happened for this hardened PyYAML code mod here. And when I hit enter, I get a description about the code mod itself, why this is an important change to make, why it makes your code more secure. It gives you an example of the kind of change that we make. And then down here, I have the option to see the actual diff for these changes that were made. So if I hit enter again, I can select that file. Only one file was modified for this particular code mod for this project, but this is showing you the actual change that was made. Again, if I show you Pixie Fix, the help menu, if you actually want those changes to be applied to your own source code, you're going to add the -- apply fixes flag. I don't have time to show you that right now, but you can take my word for it or try it out yourself. Anyway, that's a very quick introduction to the new Pixie command line interface for developers in their local environments. Thanks so much for taking the time with us today, and I can't wait to hear your feedback.